Good morning, I'm Neva Manu, and this is your morning news fix for Wednesday, 31st of July. In this update...
And New Zealand go black to black! Gold medal again! The supreme seven-side wins gold!
As called on Gold Sport, the Black Ferns have won New Zealand its first gold medal of the Olympic Games. The women's seven-side has beaten Canada 19-12 to capture gold. Tax cuts come on stream from today, adding a little extra cash into the pockets of most New Zealanders. About 3.5 million people will receive more money at their next pay date. The cuts range from $4.50 a week for low-income earners to around $45 a week for a sole parent with two kids. Independent tax expert Jeff Nightingale says tax cuts are typically inflationary, but the government's recent cost-cutting measures could balance them out.
Treasury's advice to government was it's broadly going to be neutral, so it shouldn't, in context with everything else, trigger any more inflation pressure.
Meanwhile, Queenstown's average property value has skyrocketed up and over $2 million. One Roof data shows a new value peak for the tourist hotspot, with a 1.8% increase in the July quarter. The national average dropped 1.5% to $962,000 in the same period. A sense of comfort for the family of Christchurch real estate agent Jan Fei Bao after the discovery of human remains in Christchurch. The 44-year-old went missing in July last year. New information led around 60 police searches to a Green Park property yesterday, where remains were discovered in a 150mm deep grave along a tree line. Detective Inspector Nicola Reeves says they now have a complete picture.
It's really satisfying and really comforting that we will, be able to give her daughter and her family answers to a lot of questions that we haven't been able to.
A trial for Bao's murder accused is set for October. And more law enforcement officials will give evidence at Philip Polkinghorne's murder trial in Auckland today. The former Auckland eye surgeon is accused of killing his wife Pauline Hanna in their Remuera home in 2021. The changing whims of different governments are putting financial pressure on councils. A report from NZIER has found central government underestimates what its reforms cost councils to implement. Local government New Zealand is calling for more assistance from government to help them carry the cost. Vice President and Lower Hutt Mayor Campbell Barry says the speed limit increases under the previous government cost $570,000 for his council to implement.
With the change in government direction, which is asking us to reverse some of those decisions or to, at the very least to reaffirm our decision, we're expecting that to cost an additional $570,000 over the next 3 years.
And in sport, Olympic action, as you heard in news, New Zealand are on the medal table at the Paris Olympics, courtesy of the women's seven-side beating Canada 19-12. The murky situation surrounding whether triathletes should take a lucky or perhaps unlucky dip in the polluted River Seine continues. The event has been postponed until tonight, but is E. coli dependent. The men's and women's double sculls crews are through to their respective rowing finals, and Finn Butcher has qualified for the semi-finals of the K1 canoe slalom in his debut games. I'm Neva Manu. That's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at midday from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.